Hey there. How you doing? You found me. I'm Lisa, the Love Coach, certified professional love life coach and founder of Love Quest Coaching. And today I am talking to you about receiving. So this weekend I had the beautiful manifestation of hanging out with a friend of mine who I know about 8 years, and he's an incredibly soulful, spiritual guy. He's done incredible amounts of work on himself, travels the world, self-made multimillionaire. Like, this guy is like a guru in my life, basically, as an entrepreneur. And I encourage you to cultivate relationships with people who have achieved the things that you want to achieve. Granted, maybe not in the same category, in the same niche, but definitely people who have achieved something that you want in your life on some level in their own way, right? So their journey of how they went about achievement is going to benefit you when you are around them, when you can learn from them, when you could expand and be open to their wisdom, and then pass that along to other people too. And you don't have to be like a self-made multimillionaire, but you do have wisdom and you do have ideas and insights based on the things that you've experienced in your life. And then you can give that off to somebody else. And so it goes. So one of the things that I am finding in my life, this place that I reached in my life, is that I came up to a doorway, if you will. And I've had this happen before. I look at the entrepreneurial journey and the life journey too as like a big labyrinth, like a big maze. And you're walking through it, and sometimes you have this long, successful part of it where there's no blockages, there's nothing, and you're just going, and it's momentum, and you're like, cool, things are working out, this is awesome. And then sometimes you hit an end. And when you hit an end, you have to figure out where to go from there. So that's where I'm at, right? So I'm going to do a little walkabout. And it's interesting that, here we go. Okay, I'm trying to see it's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. So it's obvious not a lot of people are going to come on here. But I'm hopeful that people will come and catch the replay later. I'm also going to repurpose this content, put it on my YouTube channel. Beautiful, bright, sunny day here in Sarasota, Florida, and I wanted to come and talk to you about receiving, right? So I hang out with my friend, we go out, we have dinner, we catch up, and I believe that when you're hanging with certain people, it's because there's a certain message. Like if you're catching this video now, there's a message in it for you. So I don't want to walk with my back to the sun. It's a very tricky time of day. So I'm going to take you for a walkabout. We're just going to go walking. Fuck it. I'm in my workout stuff. I just did half an hour on the elliptical, so whatever, I can walk a little longer with you. So we're going to go into the sun, not away from it. I want sun on my face. I want you guys to be able to take in this message and really see it and take it in. I don't know if it's windy. I may stop this thing and come back on later. I don't know. I'm just feeling like I want to come out, talk to you about something that's very important, because we're all here to live our best lives, and sometimes we get in our own way and we don't even know what we're doing. We don't even know that we have these blockages based on traumas and things that we're carrying on with ourselves that have been put upon us by other people, our parents, society, everything in our lives, right? So here we are on this journey, and we have desires. We have things that we want. Very specific. You might journal about them. You might make lists of them. You might do a vision board about them. But if you don't know how to receive, or you have a blockage about receiving, you're just going to have a vision wall, and you're going to sit there and get frustrated wondering why the hell can't this stuff happen? And you're going to manifest by default. You're going to just be like, okay, this cool thing happened. And then months and months will go by, and you're like, why the hell is it so easy for certain people? People get things all the time, and they're not any smarter than I. They're not any better than I. They just have something going on energetically that manifests, that helps them be like, boom, I want this. They say it, they get it. So I wanted to tap into that. And my self-made multimillionaire friend, is very intuitive. And so he was able to get me into this conversation, and I don't want the wind. I'm trying so hard to get this video to be good because it's an important message. So my friend basically asked me, like, do you have trouble receiving? And it was like this really profound question, because I was actually looking into that within myself. I was like, what the hell's going on, right? Like, I reached this level of my business and my life, and I want to go to the next level. And it doesn't have to be this big, hard thing, right? I'm worthy of just asking for what I want and getting it. So I wanted to pursue that. I wanted to deep dive into that. And then our conversation went into this direction, which is phenomenal, where he and I were talking about, what could potentially get in the way of receiving. And so sometimes you have to dig deeper. You have to look at your life and look at the decisions that you've made. Like, there's a reason why I had to leave Miami and move to Sarasota. And I knew that reason would be revealed. And I thought it was one thing. I thought it was like, well, maybe it's to expand my business. Obviously it is, because I'm in business. So everything I do is going to be on some level about expansion on some level. It can't help but not be. So that was like a no-brainer. But the thing was how though? Why Sarasota? What's going to happen here that can't happen anywhere? Is that just the story I'm telling myself? So interestingly, this all connects to relationships, specifically relationships with family. So here's what I want you guys to do, and girls. This is what I'm doing, and I'm about to take an action that's going to be pretty bold, but it's absolutely necessary. I'm walking backwards. This is how dedicated I am to this video right now. I have a fly on me. No, this is ridiculous right now. I'm in my community, and I'm trying to find the best place to do this video. Oh, this is good right here with palm trees. I'm just going to hang here. I'm just over walking. Set down my drink. So, okay, I want you guys to look at family. I want you to look at your family relationships, specifically ones that are generational, right? So if you have a family where two people in the family, let's say it's your mom and your grandmother, and they have a beef, long beef, decades of beef, and a problem between them, that is going to impact how you're raised, your beliefs, and it's going to impact your ability to receive. And you might not even know it. It's out in the subconscious somewhere. But again, the labyrinth. When you're walking through this labyrinth of your success of your life, you're going to find a point where you reach a wall. Look, hi, wall, right? So here's the wall. I want to go around it, over it, through it, whatever, okay? But why? That's hard. Why not just energetically get myself to a place where I can just push it through? I could just push it and knock it over. Okay, so this sounds, all woo-woo and all this. But sometimes, and for those of you out there who don't like confrontation, you don't like to have the difficult discussions, you don't like to go there, so to speak, and you just tolerate people treating you a certain way or being with you in a certain way that isn't nourishing you, and you just settle for that, that is going to impact how you receive. So if you're the type of person who has been loved very conditionally by the people in your life, even your parents growing up, that there was a conditional element, maybe these people were a bit narcissistic. They were very all about be good, right? Be good meaning don't be a hassle. Don't be a pain in the ass. Don't cry. There's no reason to cry. If you cry, I'll give you a reason to cry. Stop crying. Stop being so sensitive. You might be a little kid and afraid, and you can't speak your truth. So you learn how to self-abandon. You learn how to acquiesce to the people in your life, the grown-ups in your life, the people in power in your life, your institutions, your teachers, your government, all of that. Your bosses eventually. And you start to live your life for other people, and you ignore and abandon yourself. That is going to impact your ability to receive. And so when you go decades of your life basically living for other people and living for their good mood and living to make sure that you don't, ruffle their feathers, you end up depleted. You end up without. You end up in a sense of lack, and you don't know why. So this impacts people tremendously, especially ones who are trying to start their own businesses or grow their businesses or move up in life in some way or attract a relationship. So you cannot attract a relationship if you are not open to receiving. So receiving means being incredibly in tune with yourself, your worthiness, what you deserve just for being here, just for being alive. And a lot of people get very weird with, and Lord knows I was doing this exercise with my friend and I was looking in a mirror and I was just saying, it's okay to just receive. It's okay to just receive. And as I was saying this, I was feeling like emotional, and I'm going to go back and do this exercise again because I want the release. I want to cry. I want it, whatever that blockage is, I want to get rid of it. I want it to come out and be transmuted and gone. Why? Because I want to receive, and I don't just want to receive what I have been receiving. I want to receive specific kinds of people, opportunities in my life, right? So understand that it is possible that there could be a blockage, and it has to do with some generational lineage of something that happened to you way back that you're carrying a story about, or you're carrying actually the energetic frequency of within you that is going to block you from receiving what it is you're meant to receive. So you could ask 1,000 times, 27 different ways. You could do affirmations, mantras, vision board, hire 15 coaches. But until you get this in your head and in your soul, where you are truly ready to receive the very blessings and the very desires that you put out there, they won't come. They won't come. This is what I'm experiencing now. It's like literally I hit this wall, and now the work becomes, what must I do to get through this wall? What must I do? How am I perceiving this wall? Is it this big, ginormous wall? Okay, how do I shrink it? What must I say to myself? What's the self-talk like to shrink this wall, to make it not even a wall anymore? Now it's just a fence. It's a fence. I can see right through it. It's a little gate, and I can push it through, and everything I want is on the other side of this. So what I have to do, what I want to do, what I have an opportunity to do, best said, everything is an opportunity. You can't exist from a place of have to. You have to exist in a place of want to, what I get to do. So what I get to do now, and it's very appropriate that this all had to culminate, at this specific time of the year, coming up on Mother's Day. All right, if you guys have like generational stuff to deal with when it comes to your relationships with your mother, your grandmother, that is important to sort out like now. At least for me it is. I came to this journey and this juncture on my quest of my life, and it's like I'm going over there. I'm at mile marker here. There's some stuff I have to do. So like think of it like if you're on a road trip, right? So you're going on a road trip. Let's say, I'm in Florida and I'm going to Georgia, whatever. I'm going to go hang there and whatever. Okay, so in between Florida and Georgia, there are going to be things that I have to do to get to Georgia in order to arrive. Okay, so what can those things be? Okay, for one thing, I'm going to have to get gas. Okay, I'm going to have to eat something. I'm going to have to pee. Okay, so think of the things that you're doing en route to the thing that you want to do, the destination that you want to arrive to. And you have to do these things, because what happens? If I don't get gas in my car, I end up done on the side of the road. And then it ends up being a delayed arrival to my destination. So this awfulness, this conversation that you perceive as difficult, awful, I can never do that, I can never put these two people in a room and have this conversation, will block your ability to have that journey completed, to get to where you want to go. Trust me when I tell you, I have had conversations, difficult conversations, that end up being blessings in the end. And so this is just the story that you're telling yourself, right? Oh, I don't want to have this conversation with my mother. I don't want to have this conversation with these people. Forget it. It's going to be ridiculous. How many times have you done that in your life? I don't want to have this conversation with this person at work. I can't have this conversation. They're going to do this. They're going to think this. And you're in a story. Meanwhile, that exact conversation can be the thing that opens the door, that opens the gate to whatever it is you want in your life. So I'll give you another example. Let's look at the work example. Let's say you are at a job and you want more money, or you want more time off, or you just are like, you know what? I just proved to you for a year that I can work outside of the office. You guys are opening your offices, and I worked on Zoom. I managed the team on Zoom. I don't need to be in an office every day. And I live my life in a way now that we've had COVID and what have you, like, you know, that everybody's experiencing this thing, whether you get the illness or not. You rejiggered your life. You know, there are a lot of people out there who are now homeschooling their kids, and they're like, no, I like to work from home. I can keep an eye on my kids. I could like manage what they're learning. I could, you know, dictate what it is that they're going to learn, and how, and I can still work very productively at a career. Okay, so let's say this is you. This is just a very specific example, but let's say you're feeling this example, whatever. And so you know, though, that in order to get to the thing that you want, you have to have this awkward, awful conversation. Again, it's only awkward and awful because you're perceiving it that way. But if you start thinking about it as, in order for me to receive that which I want, I have to push through this gate. I have to open this door. I find myself standing in front of this door. I need to open it. And if opening it means having this conversation and advocating for yourself and expressing yourself and communicating on behalf of all of you inside here that you truly want, then you have to do it. You get to do it. You must do it. And when you do, let's say in that example, they fire you. And they're like, sorry. So that was part of their plan. That is part of your destiny. That is part of the greater plan. That is part of, you know, doesn't mean you give up the desire. Doesn't mean that you screwed it up. It just simply means you keep the desire, you dump the job, and you get another job. And you make it happen. And you figure it out. And you feel it out. Figure it out is head. Feeling it out is heart. And if you're feeling that you want something that's over there, and there's a doorway in between you, you have to open that doorway to get to the other side. And that's how you start to receive that what it is that you want, the desires that you want. So a lot of people like to throw the word manifestation around. They're like, oh, I'll just do a vision wall, and I'll just do mantras, and I'll just write in my journal, and I'll write a list of all the qualities that I want in a man, and all the qualities I want in a wife, and all blah, blah, blah. Wonderful. I've done that too. And it has resulted in manifestations, great. But if you really want the motherlode of all that you want and deserve, and that you can just get, you can just receive it. It's okay just to receive. You don't have to do anything about it. You just ask. You have to learn how to push through those doors, open those doors, tap through those doors, make them smaller. A lot of it is you in your head talking stuff about this enormity of it. So I got myself to a place in my brain right now where I know what I want. I know I'm getting it. And so therefore, any obstacle in my way is going to be crushed. Period. End of story. I don't care. And I also know, though, that it has to be handled with love and grace and strength and courage, and certain conversations that may have to happen in a certain way. That's the work I do. I believe that is why I was called to do this work, because I have to explore the things that I have to explore within myself, and therefore be able to come to the masses, the people, spread it, share it. I have no idea who's seeing this, but it has to go out there. And so being in integrity and saying, I have come to this place in my life. I want to go over there. There's something blocking it. I'm not receiving anymore the way I was. I only got to this point. So I have to fix something. I have to sort something out. I get to explore something in myself. So I don't know what it is that you want. I don't know if it's a relationship, if it's more money, if it's better health, whatever it is that you want, explore what is blocking you from it. Is it a conversation, let's say, that you need to have with a parent that you haven't had and you need to have? Maybe it's, I emotionally eat I'll give you an example, a client. I eat emotionally because of stuff that my mother said to me when I was a little girl about my appearance, about my weight, about whatever. So it's judgment and shame and toxic shame. So this girl is carrying this around. It's impacting her ability to have successful relationships. What is up with the flies? Successful relationships, right? So she had to change it. She had to shift it. It was like, Lisa, I have this thing. I identify it as toxic shame. I need to sort it out. I got to handle it. And I would love you to help me do that. So we've been coaching around it. She's been making tremendous strides. And so when I coach, what's interesting is I basically uncover stuff about myself through my coaching with other people. So it becomes this really nice exchange of give and take. So this is why this whole receiving thing came up. And then my friend had to come and had to even go deeper with it with me. So now it's like, people sit there and they're like, I can just be grateful for what I get. And you can take it so much deeper than gratitude and speed up the process. And this is what my friend shared with me, a really cool tool, a really cool thing to do to speed up your ability to receive. So number one, handle the conversations and whatever it is that needs to happen to remove the blockages to where it is you want to go in your life. That's number one. But what you can do in the interim and alongside that is imagine that every single thing that you receive, I don't care if it's like, getting an ice cream, soft serve ice cream, perfect example. Okay, so yesterday, Chris and I go walk around. There's an art fair downtown. So we're hanging out and we're like, let's get soft serve ice cream. So we're like, delicious, let's go. So we go. Now, here's something to do. I asked, hi, can I have vanilla in a cup with Heath bar, crumpled, amazing. Yes. Okay. As soon as I put the ask out there, I put love upon the person who is going to prepare my ice cream. So I say, I'm envisioning this ball of light. And as this person prepares my ice cream, I'm going to take the ball of light and I'm going to shine that ball of light of love and peace and whatever her mind, whatever is troubling this person, I want that to be washed away because I want my ice cream to be prepared with love and prosperity and grace and just all good stuff, right? Now, hands me the ice cream. Thank you. And in my mind, I say, I receive this with the love that it was prepared. I receive this with love, and I am going to enjoy this ice cream. And as I eat it, it is going to delight me. It is going to be yummy on my tongue, and I'm going to just use this ice cream to elevate my vibrational frequency. I'm sitting with this wonderful man that I just met. It's a new delicious relationship, just like this new delicious ice cream cone, ice cream cup. And we're sitting here sharing in this moment, and I'm so grateful, and this is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I receive all of it. I receive it all. This is an amazing moment. I'm loving my life right now, and I receive it. Done, right? So get in the habit of recognizing giving and receiving, like air, like you breathe in, out, in, out. Go and you buy something at the store. Let's say money is a thing, right? You want to invite in and receive more money. When you pay for something, thank the money. When they give you your change back or your credit card, when it says approved, take your card back and it goes bling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I receive this. I receive these products. I receive the means by which to get these products. I receive the blue sky that's outside right now, the beautiful sunshine that I have. I receive the warmth on my face. I receive. And you just go there. But the second part of that is the connection to the other person. So that was the part that I was missing, the connectivity part of receiving. So you can sit there and thank stuff all day long, right? I have that part down pat. But what was missing was the connection to the other person, the love and light that I'm putting on that person who's at Marshall's putting my stuff in the bag, and she's, bless her heart, wrapping my candles in tissue, and I'm sitting there looking at her like, bless this woman who's wrapping my candles, and make her have this beautiful, peaceful day. And whatever it is that she wants, whatever things that she wants to receive, make it so that that happens for her. And I connect with her. She is a human. I am a human. We are together. We are flying on a rock in the middle of space. And we are together in this moment, putting candles, wrapping them in a bag. And you could break it down that simply. And when she looks at me and hands me my Marshall's bag of candles and whatever else I find there, I look at her and I say, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. And I sit there for a second, and maybe she thinks I'm crazy and weird. I don't care. I am doing this to get to there. I am clear on where I'm going in my life and the vision I want for myself and the desires that I have and what I want to have manifested. And if having a moment, being kind and connected energetically to whomever on my day's journey, I'm going to do it. And I invite you to do the same. And I would imagine that if we all started to be a little more intentional and we started to really understand our worthiness and that it's okay just to receive, right? It's okay just to receive. I love saying it's okay just to receive. That's how I find, $20 on the floor. Nobody anywhere parking my car. It's a 20 on the floor. Thank you. It's okay just to receive. It's okay just to receive. Thank you so much. And then what do? Okay, I'm going to take that 20. I'm going to buy something with it. The change that I get from it, I'm going to be like, all right, let's keep the $2 in my car. And I know I'm driving and there's some dude at the light asking for money. All right, cool. Veteran, whatever, American flag. All right, cool, bro. Here, $2 out my window. Go hit a dollar menu somewhere. Have lunch. Boom. So you keep it flowing, right? So this can work with money. It can work with love. One of the things I always tell my clients to, consider doing, especially ones that want to manifest love in their life or radically change the relationship that they're in if it's in troubled, is to see love around them everywhere. I say, look for love around you. It could be written. It could be a sweatshirt with hearts on it. It could be, a mom and her baby, hugging the baby. A dad with their kids. You're like, look, that guy loves his kids. Look how cute that is. I see love all around me. Look at that woman. She's pushing her baby stroller. Look how cute. And the baby's like playing and happy. Look, this is love. Look at the man with the dog. Oh, look at this dog. Look how much that dog loves his person. Look how much the person loves his dog. Love. Look for love everywhere, and love will come to you. So that what you see, you create. That what you put your attention and focus on, you invite in. So these are little hacks. I like to come on with tools. I like to give you guys simple things that, I talk about this stuff with my clients. We go like way deeper on it. True. If you're interested in any of this work and going deeper in something in your life that you want to manifest or someplace that you're stuck, and you want to have that difficult conversation, you know that you need to have that difficult conversation and you are resistant to it, let's connect. Let's get you over that hurdle. Let's get you kind of like on your way so that you can feel confident in having these conversations where you're going to advocate for yourself. And you're going to, not with force, but with love. You're going to be like, hey, listen, there's something I want to talk to you about. I feel like we can get a lot accomplished, both of us, if we explore this topic together. And like, I can't do this alone. And be vulnerable and be like, listen, here's where I am in my life. And I can't get over there unless I have this discussion with you. So would you be willing to just like with love and kindness, like gain some understanding between us on this topic? Because it has to happen. And that's it. And you just go for it. So I'm Lisa, the love coach. I hope this helped you out a little bit. I mean, I don't know, like wherever you are at, but I know that there's somebody that needed to hear this because we're all in this together and it's all about energy. And so if I'm going through this, that means someone in this feed is absolutely going through this. There's a place that you're stuck in your life. And it's not necessarily like this stuckness. It's more like, I want to go over there, but there's this pile of this in front of me and I need to clear this pile away. And you can totally do that. I'm about to do it. It's going to be exciting. I'm actually psyched. The thought of it is like exciting because I know it exists for me on the other side of it. So really focus on what it is that you want and that you deserve and that you know that you're worthy of receiving it. You just have to clear away whatever is blocking it from coming and learn how to receive the blessings that you are divinely in your right to want and have. I am Lisa, the love coach. You can find me at lovequestcoaching.com. You can also go there and get your free love life assessment. You can also find me on Instagram, if that is your jam, at Lisa, the love coach. Much love to you. Good day and God bless.